Okay. I'm sure my mic is working. So, hello and good morning, everyone. I'm really tired. I did my best. I tried going to sleep as early as 9 p.m. last night. Make sure I could get up in time for this stream. And I did hear my alarms go off this time. But groggy old me didn't actually have time to do my normal preparations before starting the stream. So, yeah. We're not using a green screen today. As you can see, I gotta fix the chroma key for the cam. I gotta take that off. I'm in the middle of getting me my breakfast hot cocoa. So we'll get that as soon as we can. Alright, so for those of you who are unaware of what I'm doing today, we are streaming God of War. Not to do anything, because we've already beat the game. You've seen me do everything there is to do in this game except kill the Valkyrie Queen on the hardest difficulty. That is the only thing in this game I have not done. But in preparation of that, we will be doing a 100 playthrough grind of God of War for permanent stat increases called Yggdrasil Dues. There's 12 in total, and every single playthrough, and their permanent stat increases, and they all carry over into every new game plus, so we could infinitely level ourselves. However, I don't think getting all I don't think, what's the word here? I don't think the Yggdrasil do stat increases apply to our player level. So if we load up the game here, let me look for which one I'm looking for here. Alright, yeah, because that's the only Give Me God of War save. This is the one we need. Now, this should be at the end of the game. The, go home journey should be done. Main quest is done. Should be. Unless I got on here and restarted the game on the same difficulty. I can't imagine why I would have done that. I don't have my earphone things in at the moment, so I can't hear the game. But like I said, I gotta get up and finish making me some hot cocoa. So I'll put them in once that's finished. Alright, here we are. We're definitely not wearing my best armors. I'll say that much. Oh, you know what? This isn't a new game. So, go to goals, journey. Yep, everything's completed. Like I thought. So what I must have been doing last time was, this is my luck build. So I was probably just going around the lake getting boats and Eater's gold barrels for some hack silver. I was probably trying to increase my hack silver, which we're over 600,000, so that's pretty good. Probably not enough to do whatever I wanted it for. Okay, so switch over to all my strength shit. So Zeus armor, here we come. And This is all runic or luck based. Here's all the strength. Strength. Oh, hold on. I only lose 6 luck with this. I mean, we could have 6 more strength, but the bonuses we get from this dude is way too good to pass up. So we need this pommel now. In the corner of this, we already have the best strength one. However, this one gets rid of our luck for runic. This gives us runic and cooldown. Maybe that's what I was doing to upgrade this. I assume that'll be over 20 strength once it's fully upgraded. Alright, well, this seems to give us the best increase. Runic and cooldown. So we'll just switch over to that. I was hoping we'd get something that increases our strength, but it has been a while since I played. So maybe we go through the enchantments, see if we got anything better. Ooh, the lowest is 15. So let's just look for where my strength enchantments start running at 15. Oh, they're all at 15. Okay. So yeah, I guess this is as strong as I can be. I could have sworn I was over 506, but I guess 506 is a good strength. Now, oops. See our player level. It's level 10, but that has nothing to do with our stats, as far as I'm aware. Because I have gotten 4 playthroughs worth of permanent stat increases. And that's kind of why I got this. It's the OG shit. Just equip all this. And we're already down to player level 3. So what I'm hoping is the permanent stat increases don't affect player level, because it seems to be the equipment you equip that affect player level. So the whole hope of the 100 playthrough grind is we can play through get all 12 Yggdrasil dues 100 times, which will in turn increase my stats. If I'm not mistaken, let me put my Zeus armor back on. Will increase my strength by at least double, I think. Let's have a look at the resources where the Yggdrasil dues are. Okay, so these are all the Yggdrasil dues. There's only 1 due of runic power per playthrough, unfortunately, which sucks a little bit. So at most we'll gain 200 extra runic to where we are, which would put us up to 500 runic, which ain't bad. Honestly, that's not bad. But our strength, we get 3 of these per playthrough. Which, if you can't see already or don't know already, every one of these dues increase your stats permanently by 2. That's why, even though we only get 1 due of runic power each playthrough, we'll gain 200 after 100 playthroughs. And that's permanent increase. Now, with us getting 3 strength dues, every playthrough. That's 6 every playthrough, so that's 600 strength we'd be getting. So yeah, I would be more than doubling my current strength, and I'm pretty strong. This build is strong enough I was able to beat the final boss of the main game on the hardest difficulty, Give Me God of War Plus. It took me a long ass time to beat it, mind you. We died several times, but slowly but surely my reflexes improved. I got past the boss. However, knowing how hard that final boss fight was, and it wasn't even the Valkyrie Queen, who I might add is the hardest boss I've fought in years. I know this build, even with its high strength, is nowhere near enough to combat the Valkyrie Queen on Give Me God of War Plus difficulty. So we'll be doing the 100 playthrough grinds, increasing our stats. Our strength will go up over 600. Over 600. Will be 1100 strength. I assume that's gonna be good. But today, we're not so much testing. I would like to test whether or not that the permanent stat increases actually affect our player level, but I'm fairly certain they don't. Like I was explaining earlier with switching to the low level gear, it seems it's just what we equip that affects player level. So the hope is we'll still be player level 10 after 100 playthroughs. That way the Valkyrie Queen won't scale to us, because the most difficult thing in dealing with enemies in this game is when they scale to your level. And on Give Me God of War Plus, if we're a higher level than the enemy, which it's New Game Plus difficulty, all enemies start at level 7, might be a few and far between for me, but the Valkyrie Queen, I'm certain, is one of those that would scale if my power level was higher than it should be for the fight. It was when I beat the Valkyrie Queen for the first time, our first playthrough of the game. I was level 10 then. Or no. No. I was level 9. The trick with that Valkyrie Queen was I had to be level 8, I think. It's been a while. So I had to be level 8, just about to hit 9, or 9 just about to hit 10, one of the two, whichever it was. Otherwise, when the Valkyrie Queen scales, and with any enemy, when they scale to you, their damage and everything they do is increased. So you just want to be as strong as possible without making the enemy scale to you. And that's our goal and hope and dreams with the Yggdrasil dudes, that they won't increase our player level so we can double our damage without actually having to increase our player level beyond what the enemies would scale to. Otherwise, I imagine doubling my strength would probably get us to level 20 if that was the case. It really isn't. So whatever. Okay, let me check. Everything's upgraded. So that's level 9, fully upgraded. I think the only thing is, like, I still have talismans. I still have some things to upgrade that, if I upgraded, might be a lot stronger in strength than what I currently got. Base strength, that is. What do I currently have equipped? Belt potential refresh all. Yeah, see, and this one's good too. Refresh all runic attack cooldowns. That's good for combat. I think that was what I had on when I killed the Valkyrie Queen the first time. if I still have the save, because when you make a new game plus, you don't have to get rid of your old save. So I should have the save from when we beat the Vertical Queen the first time, and I can take a look at my equipment there. Of course, the stuff I had was not any of the New Game Plus shit, because you can't all the red items without going into New Game Plus, which I think that's one of the things I loved about God of War. When I finally went into New Game Plus, I was like, alright, so is it gonna be like every other God of War? Are we gonna get to carry our shit over? We got to carry everything over, and there's pretty much a duplicate of every item you could find in the game. Nearly every item. Not all items have New Game Plus versions, which is a little sad. Including a couple enchantments that were really good. I wish had a New Game Plus version of, but oh well. Anyway, I think I'm getting sidetracked here. The goal today, I think I've explained enough on everything. The goal today is to see if I can get from the beginning of the game to all 12 Yggdrasil dues within a 5-hour period. Now, it's only about a half hour into that 5-hour period, so we may extend the stream a little if we have to, because I'm still a little groggy. I gotta get my hot cocoa. Wake me up. So yeah, I will be right back, and then we will get started. Get all of that so you guys can at least listen to the game. I can't remember what the sounds are, but I bet they're alright. I think this weekend, if you don't know, I will be switching to Twitch full time after this week. So this is one of my last 4 YouTube streams I'll be doing this week. Now I say 4, but I reckon this weekend, if I've got time, we might do a going away stream for YouTube. Be like, I love YouTube, but I gotta go to Twitch now. I made affiliate last year on Twitch, so I've been cleaning up some games for YouTube we were doing, and I finally did that the other day. So that's why we'll be switching to Twitch after this week. It'll be the same stream schedule. I don't know if I'm not sure if I have that on my channel yet. Maybe I should get an upload schedule for YouTube, because after I switch to Twitch, all I'm gonna be doing is exporting all my Twitch streams over to YouTube, but I have to wait a certain amount of time. So maybe I'll get an upload schedule for YouTube. That would probably help me keep up on the uploads as well, because I gotta wait a certain amount of time after a Twitch stream before I can upload it to YouTube, which sucks, but hey, it's what it is, you know. Coco. Oh, I still gotta get the chroma setting from my face cam. I gotta turn that off because I'm not using my green screen. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Whew. Okay. Alright. So, nearly ready. Just, like I said, let me turn that chroma setting off so my face cam doesn't look all weird and fuzzy. I mean, it might look fuzzy anyway, because that's a camera thing, not a chroma, but let me take care of that. Chroma, do not change. Okay, well, at least now no part of me is gonna look see-through at some point. Ooh. Blow all my controllers, sticks, make sure they don't mess up on me. Alright, I'm gonna see if there's anything I can do at the shop before we start this playthrough run here.
Come on in.
Upgrade. Oh, there's an armor set I was wanting to upgrade. Can't remember which one. I can upgrade it. Some of these. Not all of them. Maybe it's armor I wanted to buy. Well, I'll say this much for sure. After 100 playthroughs, surely I'll have more than enough resources to finish buying all the New Game Plus armors. Right now, Scap Slag and Hexover is not even the issue. All this lava crap is. But I think that stuff I'll have to grind some other time or something. Like on my own for fun or some shit. Okay, about Axe Pommel. So I was upgrading this. What I currently have is Strike 3 and a Quid down. See, considering its next upgrade brings Strength and Runic up to 18, I wonder if it would be over 20 or just 20. That might be a better pommel than what I got once it's fully upgraded. Oh, no, scratch that, because I would lose 20 cooldown, 20 vitality, because I got that Forbidden Grip with the Ages on. That's right, never mind. Never mind. So many things to upgrade though, and I swear some of them would be so great. Ooh, this one. We should upgrade this one. So this increases so many stats. Okay. Upgrade.
Better get too thirsty now.
Okay, that's unexpected. This is actually gonna be better than Forbidden Grip of the Ages. I'm so glad I leveled this up.
Chop the fuckers with that.
Damn. Alright, let's check the bonuses
On
then.
that other.
Okay, so nature really increases all of Kratos' stats, adds a concussive wave to the end of the combo. That is a good bonus, but apparently there's something you can upgrade that's better than that. So now its thing is increases strength, defense, and luck. But it's an extra +2 to all my stats, so that's awesome. You have the following plus. I wonder if there's a grip for the blades.
Now you're talking.
Nope. No blades grip that is better than what I'm currently using, unfortunately. So this one. Eventually I'll want to upgrade everything, because until everything's fully upgraded, you can't properly test which armors, which talismans, which grips are going to be best for which builds. Which that's something else I'd like not just after we do the 100 playthrough grind, but grind even more to finish getting all the items bought, upgraded, and just keep stacking any enchantments I'm getting from monsters and shit, to really make some builds. I do have issues sometimes though equipping enchantments to my armors and talismans, because I lose track of which enchantments were on which items, so that's a bit rough. But anywho, do I have anything to sell? I can get rid of all my. Well, I got plenty of XP and hex over it. Doesn't matter. Superior Resurrection Stone. Okay.
That's it?
You know what? We're good. We're an extra +2 to all my stats. Oh, I never did talk about these stat increase. We said I would get 200 runic and 600 strength. We didn't talk about what I would get for these. Now, these you find 2 Yggdrasil dues of in each playthrough. So that would be 400 increase to each of these. Now what's special about that is defense, vitality, cooldown, luck. Okay, so let's go to here so I can show the descriptions. Luck increases perk activation chance, increases XP and hack silver gain. So more XP, more money. That's always a good thing. But the perk activation chance was what's awesome. My luck, even on my luck build as we just had, wasn't over 400. But we will gain 400 from that 100 playthrough grind. So luck 400, 48 on my strength build. So that's pretty good. That's good. I won't even need a luck build at that point. I could just keep playing with this build. But at the same time, I imagine going for any one stat in a build after this, except for Runic. Runic is the only exception here. Everything should be over 500 if you go for a build specifically for that. But if you look at where my defense is already, that's gonna be over 500 as it stands. Now, this is the defense -2 now, but this is the defense I had for the final boss fight. Not that great, so considering I'm using a glass cannon build, because the Zeus armor, glass ballista, massively increases damage of your standard attacks, but also intensifies the damage you receive. So it's, if you've played God of War games before, specifically God of War 3 is the one I'm thinking of. There was a special Kratos costume you could unlock where Kratos looked like he does at the end of the game when he's going through this weird dimensional place. And if you unlock that, it's basically the same thing. You can deal great amounts of damage to your enemies, but they can also deal great amount of damage to you. So it's tricky trying to dodge, avoid, or parry an enemy's attack, which is very important. But we get that defense increase by over 400. I shouldn't have to worry so much about that. That will be nearly 600 defense. That's the highest defense I've ever had. So I assume that I could take more damage without having to worry. And vitality increases maximum health and decreases the severity of hit reactions from enemy attacks. So what I'm assuming by that is enemy attacks won't stun us as much when they hit us, and just the fact that it increases maximum health alone. So add 400 vitality to that, and my health bar is going to get a huge boost. I made a vitality build once to test just how much of a health difference there was, and I think it was definitely noticeable. Whether or not it was too big, I don't know. But adding an extra 400 vitality, obviously our health is going to go up, our defense is going to go up. It's going to start feeling like our character's an actual god of war. And then cooldown. Reduces recharge time of runic attacks, runic summons, and talismans. Now that's the important one, because if we go to my skills, no, it's weapons, runic attacks. So this one, for example, Meteoric Slam, has a 145 second cooldown. If we can increase our cooldown up over 400, I'm hoping that would take a 145 second cooldown all the way down to a 60 second cooldown or less. I don't know for sure, but if it takes it down enough, then I'm gonna be like, okay, you know what, another 100 playthroughs, here we go. And I would totally do it too, because it'd be awesome if you could increase that cooldown enough that your cooldown on this goes from 145 seconds down to 1 second. Now I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be because on there it actually does change. The cooldown time actually does change depending on how much cooldown you have. So it says 145 seconds. Now we increase our cooldown, it could say something else. For example, okay, no, that's 145. Let's go here, swap this out for something with way more cooldown. So 40, 45. Okay, so 45. Let's put that on. The Valkyrie armor, of course. The Valkyrie armor is the best cooldown armor. Just 40 cooldown. An extra 45 cooldown took it from 145 seconds to 106 seconds. That's a big improvement. I get an extra 400 cooldown, then I assume that the cooldown's gonna at least go down to a minimum cooldown requirement if there is one. Otherwise, we could be looking at using our runic powers almost instantaneously, which is good because some of these, especially this one, is like an infinite, or not infinite, it's unblockable, shall we say. I can't take damage while using it, or applying it. One of the two. That went down to 33 seconds. Where was it before? I don't remember. 45 seconds. Okay, so it's a big decrease on this one. Not that big a decrease on this one, but that's why I think there's got to be like a minimum cooldown limit. Once we gain 400 cooldown, we'll really see where that comes. So after talking it over, with the increased cooldowns where we'll be able to use our runic powers way more frequently, we don't have to worry as much with vitality, like getting stunned from the attacks, and our defense, so we won't have to worry about taking as much, anywhere near as much damage, and our strength in runic alone. So like our runic attacks, we increase that runic up an extra 200 points, they'll be doing good bits more damage. Not enough. I really wish we got a 13th Yggdrasil Dew on the playthrough, so that like runic could have 2 Yggdrasil Dews in a single playthrough. That way we could increase that by 400 rather than 200. But it's fine. Just the runic increase alone is going to be good. 200 will be fine. When you pair it and my over 1000 strength, I'll have all the bonuses from defense, vitality, luck, and cooldown. And with luck, the bit I haven't really talked about here is that increases perk activation chance. All your armors and these come with perks. This one doesn't have a perk. This one has an ability, but and see, I have this ability too. Refresh all runic attack cooldowns. So say I don't want to wait 30 seconds or 145 seconds. I use that. I immediately have it for use again if I need it. But like, this armor is not really a good example because it doesn't have a perk activation chance. That's something that's always active. Okay, so like this, big splash. Using a Hellstone or Rage Stone creates a powerful explosion. No, that might be an infinite. Yeah, never mind. That's every time. Where's something? Okay, here we go. Low perk activation chance. To grant unstoppable orb, preventing interruptions by enemy attacks on any successful hit. So, if our luck goes up over 400, that low perk activation chance probably turns into average perk activation chance or a high perk activation chance, so that it would activate more frequently. And something that allows us to not worry about getting hit and can keep attacking, that's good so long as you're watching your health. Let's find something that would be better, because there are Yeah, see, there's moderate perk activation chance to grant protective barrier, preventing damage from enemy attacks when using a runic attack. That would definitely turn into a high perk activation chance with an extra 400 luck. I'm certain of that. Shield that inflicts burn damage to enemies and prevents interruptions by attacks when damage is taken. Luru perk activation chances to grant a short boost to strength, defense, or runic when damage is taken. Now that one would be useful to make that a high perk activation chance, but at the same time, you see where my strength is already. Switching armors for that would be pointless, especially after the 100 playthrough grind. So I guess I'm not really finding too many things to really show off the perk activation chance, but you use that with the right things, it's awesome. Now I can say this, yeah, okay, this is all Zeus. The enchantments, this is where perk activation chance is gonna come in the most handy. Enchantments have the perks as well. So there's ones like this which are permanent. They're there regardless, and then you got these very low perk activation chance grant and give the defense when damage is taken. High perk activation chance grant blessing of runic on any successful parry. We get that luck up an extra 400. That high perk, that's gonna be like nearly every time we parry. Then I assume we would then be getting an increase to our runic power, which is good for the blades because I think our blades deal mostly runic damage. I don't know. I think the blades and the axe both deal runic damage if you use immolation on them, which does show it in skills. Oh, and that's something else. We increase all our stats by 400, or even runic's 200, which, where's my runic at? Yeah. So the smallest thing here that would be increased is vitality. So no, scratch that. Luck. 448 luck. Your skills have additional bonuses, like this one you're looking at right now. Additional bonus adds a firebomb effect to any enemies hit by this attack. Requires runic to at least 250 runic. I'm not sure how. I don't think all of the skills have additional bonuses. Like, see, these don't, but the ones that do, you have that bonus. It adds extra things like shortens charge time, or where is it? Okay, so not too many abilities here have additional bonuses. That sucks. There we go. Increases resistance to interruption during this attack. Requires vitality. Increase interruption during that attack. 125, 200. Just 200 vitality is the minimum requirement. So we do this 100 playthrough grind, increase our vitality by 400. We'll get all these additional bonuses. I mean, it's mainly the same additional bonus on everything in the melee combat. Just increases resistance to interruption during this attack, which once our vitality is up over 400, which already increases our resistance to well, no, it doesn't increase our resistance to interruption. That's what these do. But the more times we get hit, the less chance we have of getting stunned when we get hit. That's what vitality does. I was hoping for a good ability. Okay, so we only got some additional bonuses. Adds an explosion of frost damage on impact. Inflicts additional frost damage during this attack. A lot of these require vitality to be up. That's surprising. Oh, here's one for cooldown. Shortens charge time of the Executioner's Cleave. Now that I like. Be able to use that faster would be good. All the ones that require cooldown would be a huge bonus. Unlocks an axe throw finisher after 2 consecutive precision throws. I mean, I already have that though. From this. Oh no, it just now causes a massive explosion on impact. So if you get the headshot with the axe throw, it causes an explosion when you hit and use it to hit an enemy again. So unlocks an axe throw finisher after 2 consecutive precision throws. But it doesn't really look like a finisher. It just looks like my normal shit. Anyway, I think you guys are getting the gist of what's going on here. Ooh, hello. This one requires defense. Adds a medium range concussive blast that inflicts additional stun damage. All barehanded hold R2 to perform a shield slam that inflict a moderate amount of stun damage. That will increase it to additional stun damage. Rage combat. Any of these get bonuses? Nope. That's a little sad. Your Spartan Rage doesn't get any extra bonuses from you increasing your stats. I mean, it kind of makes sense because that Rage mode is supposed to be like a power mode where like you're literally god power. What about these? Trace's bow doesn't get any additional bonuses. That sucks. I think skills is the only thing that gets additional bonus. Like, it's not like your runic attacks get additional bonuses or anything like that. Okay. I think I've made a good enough explanation, though, on everything. I certainly dried my mouth out talking enough about just how good a 100 playthrough grind of permanent stat increases is gonna do for us. So we're not gonna try and save. We're just gonna go straight New Game Plus. New Game Plus will start a new game with your current equipment, XP, hack silver, and purchased items. Are you sure? Yes. Please make a manual save. New Game Plus will begin as soon as this save completes. Alright, now I've got several of these. These are all this year. So that's my most recent one, so I won't mess with that. This one. The Summit. Continues towards Summit. Oh, that one looks like... let's do this. Right. I'm fairly certain I could have done any of those New Game Plus saves too. I could have gotten rid of them. Alright, so here's the bonus of New Game Plus too. You don't have to do it on the same difficulty. So we're going to Give Me a Story because this has the easiest combat. And that's the whole point, is to go through as quickly as we can. See how fast from the beginning of the game to getting all 12 Yggdrasil dues we can get through it. Now we're already an hour in. But we'll prepare this. I won't consider the playthrough started until we give our first swing on this tree. So maybe we'll wait for when that lapse time is an hour 10 or an hour 5. Depends on how quickly. Oh, I can skip. That's something I'm gonna have to remember about, is we can skip every cutscene. Alright. I'm gonna have to keep from talking a lot to make sure I get through this. Okay. I don't know if we'll worry about. We'll try and pick up enemy loot, but I think for the most part, picking up enemy loot when our only and main primary goal is to get the Yggdrasil dues, I think trying to do that will just what's the word? Make the playthrough take longer, because there's like probably half the time. We could probably cut the playthrough in half if we don't pick up any enemy loot. But then I know that, because of what loot drops from these enemies, I may regret that down the line. So for this time, we'll try this by picking up all the loot. And then maybe later this week we'll try it again without picking up loot and see just how much time is saved. So 1 hour 5. Let's do this. And it starts in 5 seconds. There we go. Skip everything that can be skipped. Cutscenes don't matter towards picking up loot, so that's definitely a good thing. Skip, skip.
Father?
What?
Did something change? The forest feels different.
Everything is different, boy. Try not to dwell on it.
Yes, sir.
Cutscenes are always spread throughout, so whenever you don't have control of the character, you really need to hammer that X button. It's not letting me skip this scene. See, that's what I mean, like, some scenes are unskippable, like that one. It sucks, but there's nothing I can do about it. Having the blades early game is like a godsend as well. I think I'm just had a... I should stop talking. I think my vocal cords are a little strained. Hammering the X button again.
That was the last. There it goes.
Father, why are we doing this now?
I need to know you can survive the journey.
Crap.
Then we leave for the mountain?
Depends on you. Hunt.
Should I go for the artifact? No, I shouldn't. I don't think I'll go for the artifacts. I think monster loot and chests are the
What
only
did you
thing I'll
find?
go for.
Tracks. Not deer, though. I'll keep looking.
Because if I go for artifacts when I don't even need them for hack silver anymore, it's pretty much just gonna be a waste of my time. Really that little amount of hex. So maybe only the big chests.
More
Because
tracks.
the big chests we get actual
They're too
loot
rough.
out of.
Could be a wild boar.
Scap slag or other resources.
Now what?
This way, boy.
Can't skip that.
Oh. Wait, deer tracks. They're fresh. This way. Found it!
Slow down, boy.
Sorry.
You are hunting deer, not chasing.
It's a lot of time if we don't go after every little pickup too.
We
I
broke
mean,
that
over
bridge.
time, over 100
How are we gonna get
playthroughs,
across?
that is a lot.
Side.
Wow.
Go.
Oh. What happened here?
Over time, that is a lot of hack silver buildup. That we'd be missing out on. Maybe
No! You are not
get 50,000 hack silver or so. See, look at that. One hit. One hit. One hit.
Trogger. They've never come this close to our woods before.
keep moving.
Nah. I just won't go for bonus chests. Because it's going to kill me on the inside.
But Mom told me never to
Not grabbing all the chest loot
Please, boy.
on the way. But the whole goal is to get through this as quickly as possible. And I'm not going to get through this quickly at all if we go after all the loot. Okay, so I guess monster loot then is the only acceptable loot gains.
He never wanted to take me. Why now?
It was her wish. And it was time.
It's open. Frozen in place. Clever.
Yeah, because some of the boss fights will probably take too long anyways. Because I'm pretty certain all the bosses will scale to you. The lower enemies might not scale, but the bosses definitely will.
Clear your mind.
I got it.
Good.
It's still alive.
Skip this.